welcome to another banger Africa, right? Yo, guys, today I want to talk about gender-based violence, Sad, right? It's a really sad topic that we have to be discussing this in this day and age, you know what I mean? But there's two sides to it, I've always looked at it from a one-dimensional view, I've always just looked at it like men beating up women, always. But there are cases where women beat up men, and obviously you can't report it as a man, because the police will laugh at you, It's just reality, right? And because obviously you're physically stronger, then the police look at you like you can defend yourself. You don't have to hit back, you just have to defend yourself, so there's no reason to report it, right? Kind of true. Yeah? I think so. We all believe that, right? But here's the thing. But here's the funny thing about this whole situation. What most people don't talk about is how some men are provoked into doing this, you know what I mean? Some women actually dare push the guy to the limit, Actually dare him to beat them up, you know what I mean? Just so they can report it and feel whatever, And it's humiliating, for your name to be associated with gender-based violence, you know what I mean? It's a very humiliating thing. And some women actually really poke and provoke and, incite and, add fuel to the fire, if you will, kind of situation. Just to provoke a man into beating them up, you know what I mean? So there's two sides to gender-based violence. Like I've always said, most commonly looked at in one way, where a man just beats up a woman and then that's that, you know what I mean? But in all fairness, it's not always that way, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you look at it, it's almost like we just look at it from one angle, from one point of view, but it's actually a two-sided thing, you know what I mean? Like the way I see it, it's always man versus woman issue, but it's not always like that. In most cases it could be that, In most cases it ends up being that, but it's not really something that happens in a one-way situation, because you just look at the end result, right? Man beat woman, and that's what you see. But we never get to see and hear about the intricate details of how it got to that point. Do you see what I mean? So at the end of the day, if you really get into the intricate details of how it got to that final point, you'll see that in most cases, it's the women who are wrong. But again, like I say, there is no reason, absolutely no reason, to beat up anyone. Man, woman, child, there's no reason. There's a difference between disciplining and beating up somebody, you know what I mean? But to say now, that you are beating up somebody, no, that's a different story. You cannot just beat up anybody. You are not God, you're not that person's father, you are not anyone. Nobody needs to be beaten up, you know what I mean? So yeah, let me know down below. Holla.